Outer Haven?
Alrighty. Assemble! Dun, 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 dun. What is going on, guys? Hey, that was the second intro. Oh, is it? Oh, but you're right off the bat, isn't it?
Yeah. Starting off early. I still got my camera on. Should probably go downstairs. You know what? I think I will. We still live, huh? Hello? Yeah. Well, I guess I can start talking about the chapter, huh? So you're out there listening now, right?
Oh, man. Tell me if you guys can hear me. I don't know what happened, man. Like, you know what? I think the Dementor came after us. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me real quick. You guys can hear me or no?
Yo.
Steve, like, you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. My mic, somebody sabotaged my mic. I don't know what happened.
Neither do I.
Huh?
I say, neither do I.
I don't know. But you know what? We're live. It happens, right, guys? But yeah, the people in the chat, let me know if you guys can hear me before I go on and explain what we're going to be talking about. Because, Steve, you can hear me good, then we're good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Sorry for the interruption because I think the Dementor came after us or something. I don't know. But we live, of course. Laz here, Steeble as well. We're here holding it down for Outer Haven. We're waiting for the other guys to come through. And, oh, man. That was the worst intro. You know what? I said I was going to hold it down at least for a little while until the rest of the guys were going to come through and, you know, just talk about some One Piece with you guys. Because I know the very second the rest of the crew is going to come through, we're just going to be talking about this chapter. Like, the hype was just too real. And the fact that, like, we ready to go. I'm just going to send the link out to my boy Grim, see if he's here. Get the link, get him in here.
Son.
You know what? This is probably, man, I want to talk about this chapter so badly, but I'm afraid that, like, grew up somehow, and then, like, we're gonna have to, like, take down the stream or something. I don't know.
Whatever.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you gotta hold it down. You know what I mean? Yeah. Daniel Pierre Louise, I see you, bro. Let's see. Blaze is here. Yo, we got Grim here.
Daniel
Give me a second. Let me set this bad boy up.
Dan, isn't it?
I think he signed into his other account.
Maybe that's a troll account.
You never know. Yeah, Kaiser. So basically, what happened was that I was trying to set up the stream, sabotage my connection. I don't know what it was, but my mic done fucked up. We live, so it is what it is. We talk about some One Piece. What's good? My mic ends up like cutting out or something because I don't want to go Mr. Roboto in the words of Nikki and Miraz and kind of fuck up.
Just became really robotic just now.
Fuck.
Oh, it's back.
For real?
Yep. Maybe that was just my connection.
Oh man. Yeah, chat. Let us know how our mics are. That way I can just fix this thing if anything messes up. Oh man, let me see. Let me get the link over to Grim real quick. My Twitter won't stop acting up because I just want to talk about this chapter right now. I don't care. This could go for 3 hours. I don't give a shit. As long as I get to talk about some One Piece, that's all that matters to me right now.
Yay.
Yeah, Nikki taking an L right now, honestly.
We them boys.
Is the mic still... Yo, can you still hear me though, Steve, or what? One sec. Apologies, guys. I thought we were going to try and get the perfect stream out, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. Ooh, no, Memento. Yo, we them boys. Jimmy, what's good? Hold up. Bro, yeah, there's too many things going on in the background for me. That's why it's like going so slow. But do about this. Let me switch this up here real quick.
Probably should have got a haircut.
I should have shaved, honestly, before I got on here, but you know what? We pirates, so it don't matter. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I have this weird feeling that this connection is gonna like drop on me, and then that's the end of the stream, and then we're gonna come back here another time.
Last, you gotta have faith.
I don't have faith in my connection right now. I don't. I had to hold it down because I don't see the captain right now.
Kaiser, I don't think there is a break.
Hold up.
They usually leave a notice at the end of the chapter.
No, there shouldn't be a break. I think probably after next week. I'd be surprised if we don't get a break the next week or so.
Hey, Double Leg, how's it going?
Yes.
What's up?
Yeah, Devil Egg, what's good? Oh, you just joined, bro. Hold on.
You're back on One Piece.
Yeah, I've been on back for a while.
I know.
Yeah, of course he's been back. He needs to come back to the One Piece greatness, but especially after a chapter of this, right, Devil Egg?
Yeah, I like this chapter.
Oh man, like this is what a chapter, man. Like honestly, like I'm just gonna get Grim in here and then we just go in. Just give me a sec. Oh man, I picked the worst time to have a connection issue. Oh man, if you guys want to answer some questions real quick from the chat and stuff while I get this organized before we kind of go in.
Nobody saying nothing.
Guys, ask away. Ask some questions.
Do you have a link?
This will be a mini.
Uncle Kizaru.
Give
Do we want Uncle Kizaru in the stream?
I mean, does Uncle Kizaru follow one of us?
I don't know.
Because if he does, then I can send the link to him after. But and then well,
Follow
let
me
me
on
see.
Twitter. Kizaru.
Yeah, all of our Twitter links should be down in the description below. Just follow us there, and I'll send you the link after.
No excuses.
Yeah, I would go to Discord, but I have way too many things to worry about. My connection's gonna be able to hold us out. Like I have a weird feeling this is gonna be like 30 minutes. This is gonna be 30 minutes of me just setting up this damn like connection and just get the stream going.
Wait, you guys are streaming right now, right?
Yeah, we're streaming right now. I literally was about to set up the stream, and then all of a sudden my connection started dying on me, like right when I started. Can you hear me good now?
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
Because
Hold on, Steve. If you have if you're on Discord, send the link over to Uncle Kizaru.
Oh, Darren said you got him.
So these guests, what do you guys think about Big Bird?
Oh, but you know what? Your guy. Oh man, like.
I'll say.
Because it's crazy. Because when we got the thing where he's like from the World Times and stuff, right? And I'm thinking to myself, that's the guy that writes the comic for the the Germa and like against the Marines, right?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking like this is like our equivalent to like the DC Comics writer. So like the guy actually owns DC Comics, like he's writing about the comic
Like
and
Jeff
stuff.
Jones came to the wedding.
Yeah, basically, I'm just thinking like, holy crap! Like of all the people to write like the damn like the World Times and stuff, it's gonna be Big Bird. But I do like the rest of the designs. It looks kind of accurate compared to what we saw from the last chapter. See, the chapter before then, we got those silhouettes. Oh man, my computer's taking L's right now. I can't even send the damn link. My phone. One sec. Oh man, this is probably the worst beginning to a stream, but we got like 20 people in here. Like, it's too funny.
Yeah, why are we doing this so early?
Because we're gonna be doing the second annual world tournament for Burning Blood. That's gonna be at 5. So we figured just get the stream in early, and then after that we can just start kicking the shit out of each other in Burning Blood and see who's the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although I can't join.
Oh yeah. I know. Troll with the crocodile cover art. I don't know, Kaiser. I really think that he's gonna show up still. I'm a believer that Crocodile's gonna come through to the wedding. Somehow, some way. But if my Twitter wouldn't act up, I can send a link to Grim.
You gotta be different every time, man.
What'd you say, Double A?
Why does each G always have to be wearing something different every time? I swear he's doing that on purpose.
I mean, the guy's got a closet of swag.
He's the oldest.
Oh, he's
I
the
mean,
oldest. Yeah, I mean, like that guy's gonna be rocking swag.
Well, he the oldest boy.
Oh man, hold up. Jesus, his Twitter is pissing me off right now. Like, I just want to fucking send Grim the link, and it just doesn't want to do it.
I'll send him the link.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, you can do that for me. All right. Hold up. He doesn't go under Grim from what I remember. Please leave your Twitter handle so Double A can send you the link. You know what? Fuck my Twitter. Oh my god. Let me see what the chat's saying. Can I get the link to James? Yeah, give me a second, bro. Let me just get this thing all set up, and then let's see. Just send me through the Discord. Yeah, so we'll send it through the Discord, and you guys can come through. But let me see.
Yo, Applebee's followed me.
Applebee's followed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. We got like 24, 25 people watching, and like we haven't even started the damn discussion technically.
We gotta start soon, or else people are gonna start leaving.
I know. Give me a second, guys. Trying to get this shit set up. Hold on. I feel like this is equivalent to like a Map B stream where we're like trying to set up everything, and then like now it comes to fruition. That's all good because Map B brings the fire too, so we'll do the same thing. Oh man. But yeah, definitely. You want to send the link over on Discord. Just PM the Grim and PM, I guess, James.
I don't know.
You should be under. Oh no. Hold on. Oh man, Steve-O, can you like DM them the links on Discord?
I'm trying to see if I can send Uncle Kizaru the link on Twitter right quick.
All right, one sec. Jesus Christ. We them boys, yo. Like the stream. We them boys. Even if we can't get the chapter right now, just because like this issue is going on, at least like the stream and say we them boys. We're gonna get some t-shirts out soon.
Twitter.
Oh, Grim. Let me see. Lord Statch gonna ride Worm Dog.
Nope. That's his little brother.
Hey, I would be surprised if that is his little brother.
There's got to be his
That'd be
brother.
crazy.
They're not giving me.
Oh, it definitely has to be. Oh, he's not?
I mean, they're not saying anything
Hold
in the
on.
chat.
Hold on.
Grim on Twitter. Can you hear me? Grim Reaper.
Grim, if you want to get in the stream, you better give the Twitter handle, bro. My Twitter is taking L's right now, so I can't do anything about it. Oh, man. How long have we been on for at least? I feel like it's been like 30 minutes already, no? No, 20 minutes at least.
It's been 15.
15? We haven't even talked about the chapter. Oh, man. Get on to, you need Hangouts app? Yeah, Blaze, you need the, you need Google Hangouts to be able to get on.
Yeah. You need hangouts.
Let's see. Yeah, Zypher, give me a sec. Let me try to get back on Twitter real quick, and if I can't, well, just for the fun of it, I might as well just post the fucking Hangout link in the YouTube chat, and like whoever wants to join in, just join in. And since I have power, I'll just kick people out after, but don't worry about it.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna send the link on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Mic. If you have a mic, yeah. If you have a mic, you best show. Yeah, there you go. If you got a mic, you can come through. But if you don't got a mic, you're getting kicked. There we go. We got 30 people. This is some crazy stuff here. Yeah, guys, if you just joined in right now, like the stream because we're about to talk about some One Piece greatness. Hold on. All right, we got Lucid's in.
Hey, Lucid.
Yo.
Yo, what up?
Hey, Zip.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Not much, man.
Oh, man.
This chapter was really good. Like, haven't had something this hype in a while.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because, like, the one thing that got to me was just, I was expecting Katakuri to look like some, you know, gag kind of looking character, like Crackers, like one of Crackers' biscuit soldiers. That fucking character look, that's fucking amazing, man. That character design, I like it.
Yeah.
It's like, we were saying it's like Gats, it looks like Zoro, it looks like Law.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, what's good, bro?
what's going on, guys?
Not much.
Waited like 20 minutes just to get the stream going because my fucking lag decided to kick in on my computer. Yeah, man, talk about some One Piece greatness. I mean, like, let's see, we got how many people we got in here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. You know what, man? Let's just talk about this chapter. Anyone else can come in. You already know what to do. So,
Yeah.
what a chapter of One Piece, guys! Like, oh man,
Beautiful.
like, listen to me. Let me put this like this, okay? I woke up at 5 this morning to read the chapter, simply because I didn't want to wait until right now to read it coming off work. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do a reaction. I'm reading it. I'm enjoying it. It's going good.
Yep.
And the very second we get to Capone and we see that guy just getting like hit with like the jelly bean. Like I didn't know it was a jelly bean until after I reread it. I thought it was a bullet the guy had in his hand.
Right.
I'm like, someone died. Like that's the thing. Someone actually just died just now. And I'm like, Oda actually killed someone that isn't like a Whitebeard ace? Like what? Like I know obviously put the other kid from Big Mom's like family, but it's just like, yo, someone actually died.
We got Moscato.
Oh, that too. But then
we got Moscato and King.
but it's like, yo.
We got Moscato.
Oh well, I mean, people. Yeah, but I'm saying like up to that extent where they're getting like bopped in the head and shit. It's just like, yo. And then I'm like,
sliced in half.
And then when they say Commander Dogtooth, they said Commander Dogtooth. I'm like, I turn the page, bro. I see 1 billion berries, and I see this design. I fucking left the chair. I'm just like, no, man. Yo, and like, yo, and I see, and it's freaking. I go look at the bottom, and then it says Katakuri, and I'm just like. Charlotte Dogtooth. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy at? I'm like, oh my god.
After I saw Katakuri, I'm like, yo, this wedding's over. Every man's dying. It's all over. This wedding's going.
Luffy can't touch hands. I'm sorry, Luffy. The man, flick of the wrist. This guy just comes through and just pops someone's head out. Some normal. He has observation Haki that can see into the future.
Do you know what that reminded me when I saw that? You guys remember when we were in Marineford when Luffy was fighting Mihawk and he got like this like kind of a premonition that Mihawk was gonna cut his hands off if he actually hit him. For a longest time, I really thought that was like something that Mihawk did to him. Like it was some type of like, because we saw his Hawkeye's Mihawk, and I thought he like it was kind of like a Genjutsu type thing where like if you stare at him too long and you get intimidated, like. It kind of deters you from doing certain things, but I think this is the opposite now. That Luffy might have like the potential to get this type of Haki. Like he really could get there at one point. Because this is fucking crazy. If you actually think about it, he not only was able to like predict the words that people are gonna say later on, he's able to predict what the actions of the person, how they interact with other people, with other objects as well. Because he knew that the door was gonna open. He knew that he was gonna grab the guns to shoot. He knew that people were gonna die in results of it. So he can like, it's almost like an area of an effect where he doesn't even have to like be focused on one person or like be worried about one attack. It's like if he stands in a certain area, he can kind of like be premonition of the entire like whatever the fuck's going on. This is fucking crazy. It's like, what? What?
Dude, like I don't know, man. It's just like like observation hockey, which has been seen kind of like as this, like, you know, it's been put to the side. It hasn't been given the focus it should get. Like I'm sorry, bro, but a very second I get that thing where it's like his observation hockey is so on point that I can see into the future. No one's touching him. Like if he could see that deep in, bro, like no one's touching him logically. It's just like, and like the thing I've been paying attention a lot when it came to Katakuri is like when we're looking at like the scarf that he has around him and it has like it's covering like his mouth. And I remember who it was. I think it was like Pharaoh who was saying something about like a scar that he might have on his mouth, kind of like the Joker and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys would know, but there's a character in Kingdom. Steve knows. But she has like this thing where like legit she has like a scar like running like on her face and stuff because she has something covering her. And I'm thinking like, yo, like that's crazy how it reminds me of, you know, with that kind of design. And I'm thinking now we look at all Big Mom's kids and we look at Cracker, especially has a scar, and we see now like if this kid has like, or freaking the kid, what I'm saying, but like I would kind of Curry if he has like some kind of scar that's from like an injury that Big Mom gave to him. I hold back on my stance. Like Big Mom is a sick fucker. Like to go and beat your kids to the point where your kids got the scar rocking, it's just like I don't know, man.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was thinking. Cause like Cracker got a scar, Smoothie had like half of her face. Ain't no telling what's going on that side.
Yeah,
like, she might just.
You guys don't think that's like battle scars? Because like these people are predicted to be fighting. Like, because for example, I don't believe that like because you're a Yonko that other people or other Yonkos don't fuck with you. I'm almost positive that, like if Big Mom has like a convoy that's going somewhere to get some candy or something like that Kaido's ships might run up on them, or like maybe other ships might even attempt to like attack them and take the goods. Like pirates aren't pussies. And I can see. Yeah, I could see that like them actually having to fight like types of people. I could see maybe like, you know, every once in a while like fucking Katakuri's doing a mission or some shit like that, and then a fucking vice admiral shows up because they figured it out, and then they fucking beat the vice admiral's ass, or a marine or an admiral shows up and then they got to run away or some shit, but he fought the admiral. I could see something like that happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but my question is, if like Capone's not gonna mention this guy during the whole conflict between Caesar and Luffy and all them, does this man Capone have a plan to counter Katakuri if he's not gonna mention him at all? Like he's like this man knows so little about him. He's like apparently.
I actually thought about that, and what the idea that came up to my head was that, do you think that if Luffy were to be fighting one-on-one with Katakuri, do you think that he would be able to like use his haki to like sense the rockets attacking Big Mom? Do you think that would work?
Well, I in the first place, I don't trust Caesar at all. Like Caesar's character in itself, he's gonna fuck up regardless. I feel like first of all, I don't even know why he has 3 rockets. Maybe like this whole thing's gonna go to shit. Where the first rocket's gonna miss, there's gonna be all-out chaos.
But I'm saying like in regards to his observation haki, do you guys think that he'd be able to both fight somebody and be able to sense like his surroundings in order to take action for it?
Probably. This guy's probably hella quick. Like this man's like probably.
Yo, guys, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I know bounty doesn't always mean strength, but since Katakuri had a 1.5 million berry bounty.
No,
billion actually. Million. So do you think Katakuri is stronger than Jack?
Yeah.
Well, if he's the number one, I think he has to be.
It's not always to like just guess people's strength based on bounty, but like it's kind of like a safe bet at this point. He has the highest bounty in One Piece we've seen so far, so
yeah.
I actually think that Cracker's stronger than Jack. So
I don't know, man. I would put Jack over Cracker. That's just me personally. I think
Yeah.
that like we're kind of I think we're kind of overlooking the fact that too that like with Jack we've seen like what he has in terms of stamina. Like if you look at the competition, what we've seen like Cracker fought so far, like he chased off a Rouge. He went and fought Luffy. Of course, Luffy had to get Nami to help him win the fight. And then we see with Jack, like this guy was fighting like the admirals. He was fighting a former fleet admiral. He came back. He was like, how many? Like, it's just like his stamina. I think is such a big feat, and the fact that like he's able to take so much punishment or whatever, right? From like even like Sunisha, the fact that he was able to survive afterwards, like underneath the water. It's like, bro, this guy's taking so much. I would say like he has to be at least like a little bit above him. Like to me now, I think Jack has to be the number 2 on Kaido's crew. I don't believe it anymore. He's the number 3. Because if he was the number 3,
I can't even imagine, bro. Like the hype for
But
the
then-
Yonko commanders, dude. Forget the Yonkos, dude. We're gonna get them later.
But then, Laws, to
'Cause, bro,
respond to that, like, I'll agree that he probably has, he for sure has a lot more like durability and stamina, way more than Cracker. Even though Cracker was able to fight and like chase Luffy for 11 hours, like you're right. He fought these 2 top tiers, who we know are top tiers, because they were able to do damage to Jack. He fought them for like days on end, and then was still able to go and like prepare to fight to attack the convoy that was protecting Flamingo. So I'll give him that for sure. But the reason why I say I believe Cracker might be stronger is not only because to me his Haki is a little bit more impressive, but also the fact that his fruit is like pretty versatile. From what I understood from the chapter, we only saw one form of the crackers that he could make. Like I'm pretty sure that if like, and those seem to be more of a base balanced form of a cracker. If we were to see like that cracker soldier be an offensive type based or even a defensive type based, which he could take a different design, maybe making a bigger shield or like making his sword longer for the opposite. Like I could see those soldiers being like either a lot more offensive and dangerous or a lot more defensive and like protective depending on what the situation is. So that's why I feel that when it came down to a fight between Cracker and Jack, he could probably stay in there. I don't even know if Jack could most likely break the soldiers and break Cracker out of his shield or out of his mold or whatever. But I think the soldiers would be a big part because Jack wouldn't be moistening them up and shit so he can eat them. He'd just be fighting them.
Yeah. He's pretty stupid.
I think most people could agree here that I don't think we're seeing Cracker again for the rest of at this wedding or anything. Like if he was gonna be there, I feel like he would.
No, Cracker's at the other end of the world, mate.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just leaves like the facility that he's at and just shows up like right at the doors after to fight Luffy. Like I feel like that's what the type of character he might end up being, Because it's like, okay, like if he showed up like there, it would kind of kill it for me. It's like if let's say Snack is showing up and he's there at the wedding. It's just like, bro, it's
all
like
3 Yonko commanders are gonna be there, dude. This is not gonna go well, dude. This is not gonna.
Well, if Snack is not dead, then it could be 4.
Well, it
but
says
as of
3
right now, it's
commanders.
looking like 3.
It says one of 3 commanders. So unless Oda's fucking
Right,
wins, oh no, there's also a 4th commander. It says in the
was
panel.
4, but we could. Yeah, but like again, like Snack could show up still, but like again, former Yonko commander, it's a big bomb. Like,
Yeah.
but even then, like he
I
still
think
has,
Snack is
he
dead,
still had the
honestly.
strength though to be a Yonko, huh?
Rouge might have killed Snack.
I don't
know
think
the
so.
mindset as well. I want that to be the
I feel
case,
like-
but like,
But they would have just said a Rouge
okay.
killed Snack. Why say
But why-
otherwise?
Okay, but why only say one of the
Not
3
necessarily,
commanders?
because
Luffy
sometimes
defeated
Oda
Cracker,
leaked
but
out
it's still
because
one of
like
3 commanders. Why is it only 3?
Because he could have got demoted from Sweet Commander. Big Mom can see him get defeated and not want him to be a commander anymore.
So that would mean Cracker's not as a commander either anymore because Luffy defeated him?
It could happen.
It could very well be that because
We
Snack
haven't seen
did
him.
lose to Urug, that he did get killed by Big Mom. Now, it also is very, very possible that Cracker is very well alive and healthy, and he's going to be showing up at this wedding.
Okay,
I personally
because
have that belief that
Cracker's
he's going to
not
be
dead.
around.
Because
Yeah,
Luffy
I
doesn't
think
kill
he's-
people.
I think Cracker's showing up too because, like, if like what the Sweet Commanders get is counted as an invitation, no matter what condition he's in, he has to come, right?
yeah, I mean he has to at the
He's
very
knocked
least.
out. He's not coming. Like, how's he supposed to
I
come?
don't
if
think
he's
that
not-
works.
Right,
No,
but how
but
much time has passed though?
I don't think that works.
regardless of if he's knocked out, if it's an invitation, you can't resist one of Big Mom's invitations.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, she said even the devil himself will show up.
Exactly.
I don't think for her own crew it would be an invitation type setup. It would just be like we're having a tea party, attend or be there to protect it. But the fact that she hasn't acknowledged the fact that Bobbins isn't around, she hasn't acknowledged the fact that Brule and the other thing, which aren't too relevant, but they aren't present at the party either. And we did see Prospero, who was like she had a role to play, and I'm pretty sure if Brule was around, they probably actually could have used her for that same role instead. We actually saw Prospero create an escalator so that they could travel to the main island to where the tea party was quickly. So I could see Brule replacing that action with her ability. Now, to address that, if it could be that Big Mom just doesn't care and that she's excited about the party and she's saying "fuck it, I don't care what everybody else is doing," but that's a glaring thing to me that the other crewmates aren't being represented and they should show up eventually. At the least, at the very least, I believe Cracker will show up. Whether he be injured, whether he be in a wheelchair, whether whatever happens, he's the one that has acknowledged that Luffy beat him and he was captured by the enraged army. We don't know, nobody officially knows that he escaped, but that's the final word. So if Cracker's under the impression that Luffy's captured and in jail, he should be able to show up to this wedding without any like worry about anything going on because they're protected. It's their island. He's probably just gonna be, if anything, which I don't think is gonna happen. It could be possible that he shows up in a wheelchair or something like that, just relaxing, getting some whatever that some draft juice from fucking smoothie or whatever, and just chilling.
Yeah, I agree. I was assuming he was either gonna limp there, like realize how serious it is after being knocked out, and limp all the way to the wedding just to make it there on time. But then again, as you said, it might not be the case where Big Mom's children get the same invitation because who is she really gonna kill? You can't kill their mom. Like you can't like if she kills their family members or their loved ones, it's kind of her crew, right?
Yeah, I wanted to quickly
So it's
mention,
like
I don't know if you guys later on reread the manga stream translation after this, but when Big Mom comes in the door, the difference in the manga stream is we're gonna have to wait for the official translation. But it looked like the way they translated a manga stream is like she just got off a snail phone because it says gotcha, like so
Yeah.
she got off the phone. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
read-
wondering, is she like
I
did she
read the
just
manga
finish
stream.
talking to someone on the phone or some shit?
She could be talking to someone though, but like who is she talking to though?
she could have picked up the phone to call Katakuri to tell him to take out to assassinate
Oh no.
Rigor? Is that what?
Oh
No,
no,
what was
she
his
did
name?
have
It
to
was
say.
Jigga.
I don't think so, man.
It's like-
Katakuri decided that on his own.
Yeah.
He says
No.
Capone could tell. He said, "Tell Mama that's my decision." Or maybe
No, he was just trying to say, tell Mama that I did it. Because I think what happened was he predicted that Mama was gonna. I don't even know. Like, I feel like he predicted that Mama. No, that was the spoilers, actually. I don't know how it happened in the chapter.
Yeah.
But when I read the spoilers, it said that Katakuri predicted Big Mom was gonna order him to kill that guy.
Do you guys remember when Prospero was making the escalator for the people for the guests? Do you guys remember
Yes,
seeing
I
the
was
panel
gonna.
where yeah, there was a panel right before like the whole thing was going on, or as it was going on, where the one of the guests, Stussy, she had like a surprise look. There was an exclamation mark, and then like a panel after Prospero made the escalator, she had this really devious like look as if she was like paying attention to what they were doing very very intently, and it kind of gave me the very strong impression that Big Mom might kill everybody at the wedding.
Hmm.
you think she's going after everybody's head that's not her family.
Because for her to be paying attention so intently to those guests, and we know that for sure these people are like they know about what's gonna happen at the wedding. Like her crewmates know that they're gonna kill the Vince Smokes and attack. But what importance and why did she invite these particular people to the wedding? The way I feel is that if she kills these people, it would be a big splash within the world. Like these are all important people who are very relevant in the underworld, and if they were to die, the news is going to get out quickly. Which isn't a huge thing for Big Mom because nobody's really going to challenge her. But for her to remove these people, there could be a particular reason, and for her to like be attentive or to have her crewmates be attentive to what their actions are for no reason, because none of them really seem to be fighters except one of them, and he seemed to be of an okay tier. I wouldn't say he's the highest tier. We can't really tell at all yet. He kind of reminded me of like a kind of like the outfit that like the Lost crew might have, but the weapon that that's similar to Killers or whatever, the little scythe thing or whatever. But
Yeah.
I didn't really get the impression that he's like the top tier fighter. But why would she invite all these people to the wedding? These particular people to the wedding?
Yep. Hold up, Grim. Before you go on to that one sec, Colin's based in the chat. All these people in the stream are stupid as fuck. Would you like to tell us exactly what you mean by that, Colin's base? Because I think we have some intelligent people up in here, but I won't throw the ban at him right away. I just want to know where like his side of the story.
Just want to say that Tussie did not have a devious look. Also, you even though she didn't have a devious look, you could be right about the fact that she wants to take out all these people. Also, I want to say that this was definitely Katakuri's own decision. And lastly, I also want to say that the gacha was actually the door opening. It wasn't a snake plan. So Big Mom was opening the door.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well, the whole thing you were saying about maybe she wants to take out the underworld, which I 100% agree with. Because a few weeks back I was saying, because I was like, this was where I was getting a little like fanboyish, where I was just like, yo, Big Mom's going down, dude. Big Mom's going down. Now I've just like calmed down a little bit. I'm just like, okay, hold on, we gotta think about it. This is the Yonko. But then like this comes back to my point I used to make 2 weeks ago. They're like, dude, it's only the Germa, the Straw Hats, and Capone's crew that are going against her. But I'm like, what about the underworld? They're like, why would the underworld attack her? This is exactly the reason. It's like Big Mom is gonna go on such a rampage where like everyone's gonna end up having to turn against her because of what she's gonna end up doing. Because like this cake or this tomato box is gonna go after, and she's gonna go through one of her tantrums, or even the photo. Like if somehow managed to break the photo. Like there's so many things that could build up the rage for Big Mom that everyone's her enemy.
To
Even her kids.
To address the person that spoke just before you, I can agree that like we may have like different opinions about like what the person actually looked like, what we consider a devious look, but she did have those shadowy marks above her eyes while she was looking at the guests. So I don't really think that she would be happy or she would be joyful having that expression. That's why I have that perception. Now it may be a wild assumption to believe that would mean that they have a plan to kill all the guests, but without a doubt that look is not something that you have normally, and that's just something that we should actually pay attention to. Because
I thought it looked evil, man. I really thought it looked evil.
Which panel are you talking about? Because I'm looking for it and find it.
Just go to where Prospero shows up and she makes the whole like escalator, and look at all the panels, and you'll see her like make a look, and she has like those shadowy marks over her eyes.
Yeah, she looks fucking evil.
She has one look where she has the exclamation mark.
Oh, we're talking about Stussy?
No, we're talking about Prospero. But Stussy had a surprise look.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think she's
I feel like she might be someone that's like inside the job, but she has something like she might have some kind of plan going on or whatever, right? Like in the background, because again, this is like underground brokers, and like probably knows that like there are some people that have something against Capone, but we do know for a fact that like Capone knows something about Big Mom, and she knows that the Giants are against her. So like maybe not just the Giants, but maybe other people as well that have something against Big Mom that Capone maybe plans to use working with some of these underground brokers, even though there are some that probably going to go against him as well. So like regardless, the theme of this entire arc is going to be betrayal, and I feel like whatever's going to end up going down, like it's going to be triggered by someone betraying someone, and there's going to be like a domino effect from there.
You sound kind of staticky.
Yeah, your voice is breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mic.
Oh yeah, Periscope.
I see what you mean, Grim. I see. I kind of weird that Oda chose to highlight her and not all of the underworld brokers. You would think that he's somebody else of each and every one of them.
Yeah, exactly, Steve.
Yeah, Periscope does have a devious look. His tongue out.
I don't know. I think Perospero is like very slept on. I feel like he's very, very strong. Because when you look at it, look at his like control over his devil fruit. He created like
You
lots.
think he could be one of those people that are like close to Yonko commander tier level, but Big Mom just keeps him low key?
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, do you think that Capone's plan will actually work? Because like people put Yonkos above admirals. So, like, if she's, like, stronger than an admiral, like, it probably won't work. But, like, what do you think?
Nah, I don't think it's going to work.
think
I feel like it's not gonna work, but at the same time, it's gonna work because of what's gonna happen to Big Mom. Either the photo's gonna break, the tomato box, something's gonna happen with the tomato box, or the cake is gonna be destroyed, and she's gonna her kids are not even gonna be safe at that
Oh
point.
yeah, she could. The tomato box could be the answer actually.
But at this point, shouldn't Katakuri be able to predict the Tamaki box exploding?
He'd be able to predict
Yeah,
anything.
but here's the thing: what if he kicks
Maybe
it out of
he
the
goes to the
way or
bathroom, but it
something,
happens.
but then he ends up destroying the cake, and then Big Mom now she's going after everybody. Like
I think
remember when
I think to
when
address
food
your
comes in,
question,
when food comes into the situation, dude, her kids are not even safe.
I think to address your question, it's without a doubt that this plan won't work. You can't kill Big Mom with this type of plan that they have. And with the
Yeah.
assets that we've seen that we've just seen, especially just now,
It's all
join
just
Big
ifs.
Mom, it becomes almost just incredible and kind of blasphemous to say that this plan is sufficient enough to take down Big Mom. So
Yeah.
I think it just becomes a matter of how effective can this plan be to help Luffy escape, help the Straw Hats actually get out of the situation. And it's no longer a matter of like, can we complete the objective of killing Big Mom? Because we've just seen this is more proof. We've seen the ability of Katakuri, and just amongst himself, which is just one character, he himself has the ability to thwart the entire plan. Like whether it be that Capone knew, which he did know, Katakuri's ability, it stands to reason that he didn't mention it within the plan for a reason. So he must be either underestimating or he must be properly calculating Katakuri's ability to stop the plan. So let's say that Capone he's understood, he calculated the Katakuri's ability, and he knows that he can still complete this plan. That Caesar, or whoever it may be, can still shoot the rockets while Luffy is becoming the distraction. Whether that distraction is actually taking Katakuri head on, which now we now believe is the proper thing that you should do, or whether it be just creating a commotion in general. He believes that the rocket can still go through and hit. So to assume that Big Mom herself can't deal with that, which, for example, we've seen people even dodge bullets. Straw Hat Luffy has the observation ability to dodge bullets. So if we were to shoot a rocket at a higher tier caliber, for example, Big Mom, why is that we believe that that rocket would hit?
Damn, that's a
I think
really good point.
Big Mom's gonna be distracted by the photo breaking, and she's gonna be crying. I don't
I
think she's
think
looking at
Like
the
she'd
rocket.
probably get hit, but I don't think she'd die.
I don't think
feel
it'll
like-
kill her. I think it'll just weaken her.
I feel like just with the track
Yeah.
record that Caesar has, I literally have zero expectations for him to do anything properly because of what he's done previously. He always screws up, so I really trust Caesar to get it done.
I mean,
Yeah, but
all
then
these
again,
things-
too, it's like I look at it as well. It's like with the Yonko, I just can't believe that Big Mom's gonna fall to something like this. I really don't. I feel like she's gonna find some way to like. I really do feel like also like she kind of knows what's going on.
I don't
You know,
think she
'cause-
knows what's going on, but I do think she's gonna like survive the rocket.
Oh yeah, like I don't know, because like, I feel at the same time, like with all this stuff that's going, like I feel like the way that Capone keeps on like explaining this plan, the fact that we're getting so much more information, it feels like it's setting up eventually for Big Mom to kind of like overthrow everything and kind of like show everyone, hey, I knew what was going on the entire time. Like when the fact that we got today, like in this chapter, seeing that like again, like I keep going back, Katakuri kind of seeing into the future thing with observation Haki, I would not be surprised if Big Mom has the same kind of capabilities where she can be able to see that far into someone's plans or like know what's going to happen the day of the wedding, so she sets up an event.
I feel like the biggest wild card here at this point is probably going to be the Germa, because let's be honest, they're not. I refuse to believe that they're this stupid going straight into this wedding with zero guards, without zero like any plan and just expecting it's going to go their way and not have something backed up. So if shit goes wrong, they're going to counteract it because like
Yeah, but
and on top of that,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, how we had Capone basically mentioning Katakuri now, like he knew this whole situation. If there's more things Capone didn't mention this plan, what if Germa is also like somewhat related to his plan, but he just like, oh, I'm just not gonna mention it to the Straw Hats, because like they probably like I don't know why Capone doesn't want to lay out everything to the table. No one really trusts Capone in the first place, but I feel like Capone might, because just like how what's his name, the guy under Capone, Vito, he has like he praises the Germa a lot, right? So I feel like in a way, in a sense, Capone might, because I feel like Capone is trying to branch out to everybody. He might have branched out to the Germa at one point, and we just haven't seen it yet because Capone still has cards that we haven't seen.
Do you guys remember when we got the first Vince Smoke interaction this chapter, one of the brothers actually addressed Reiju as to what she was doing last night, and she answered it pretty quickly by saying that that they were because they were making such a ruckus last night, which I don't believe has anything like that we should really indicate because the homies have still been around them the entire time, so they can't really do anything crazy. I think that the absence that she had leads to something that she was doing. She was probably taking some type of preparation or doing something within that time period. And I think that's going to actually be the strongest part of the plan or the strongest part of the Vince Smokes once we get there. Now,
Well-
what I do believe is that from the beginning, even before they got to Whole Cake Island, that Judge had a contingency plan for something going wrong. Especially the fact that she's a pirate and that he knows, and he's a very smart scientist, so he has to acknowledge that there's a possibility for something wrong to happen. I believe he had a contingency plan from the beginning, whether it be when they got to the island if something went wrong, or when they actually got to the ceremony if something went wrong. And I think the Vince Smokes have that to the point where they don't need to discuss it; they just know the plan, and that's why we've been seeing them undercovers the entire time, and they're not really worried about if the homies are gonna listen to them.
I don't 100% know about the whole Reiju might have something in the plan because like Oda kept showing us Reiju just sitting there and just ... like every panel, like every chapter. It's like, oh, what is Reiju doing? Quickly go through that. She's just sitting there ... Like she was just like thinking maybe she thought up a whole plan and then at the very last moments before everybody was waking up, she did something. But like as from what Oda kept showing us, it was like literally nothing Reiju was doing. She was just sitting there, just thinking.
I don't know. I think that she might know what's going on, but at the same time, I feel like if Pudding ended up messing around with her memories, like the whole thing where like Sanji is thinking like, oh, like the handcuffs aren't explosive or whatever, right? Well, what if like again, like Pudding had manipulated her memories and stuff, and like the actual like the handcuffs itself are still explosive? Because if it wasn't the case, Sanji would have gotten rid of them already, you know. But at the same time, if you look at it with Big Mom, it's like she sees the handcuffs gone. It's like, oh shit, like
I don't think that's. I think that's the reason why he didn't is because if he shows up at the wedding and they're like, wait, where's your handcuffs? Like, people will start asking questions.
I forgot all about the handcuffs.
I could say easily, like I don't know, they could probably make up an excuse and say like, oh, they gave us like dud handcuffs. You want to go give me another pair, like or some shit, like.
I don't know. Oda's just setting this whole up to just turn the plot fully upside down. Dude. Like we don't know what's gonna happen.
Hey, Steve, I don't think we can hear you.
I think so. Went down with his mic.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
I hear you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you, bro.
We would have answered
Yeah,
your
I
question.
want
if we didn't.
to. So someone gonna go?
I think Steve was gonna say something. What are you gonna say, Steve?
No, I wouldn't go say nothing.
Okay, Cypher, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to quickly mention because like everyone just like got so excited with Katakuri and everything that's happening at the tea party. Is like we gotta give credit to our boy Jinbe. Like a lot of people talk shit about him. Like, oh, he just backed out of the roulette, right? Like everyone was like, oh, what did he lose? Did he lose lifespan?
Shit.
Did he lose?
Let's get on the roulette,
But now,
man.
like, give this man credit. Like this man's had his
That's
whole crew.
fucking crazy,
He had his
yo.
crewmates' lives on the line. Like people were like, actually me included, where I was just like, it wasn't the fact that he backed out. Why I didn't hate him. I was just like, it felt like a cop out. Where it's like, okay, we were all like, did he lose lifespan? Did he lose a leg? Did he lose an arm? But it's like he lost nothing. But then now I can see the justification Oda tells us later on that he had his crew's lives on the line, and there's no way Jinbe is gonna do that. He'd rather kill himself before killing anybody.
Why did y'all doubt Jinbe anyway?
No, listen, I didn't
Well,
see
well,
that
let's-
out
well,
as
well, the
that.
main-
I didn't doubt Jinbe. I thought Oda was just trying to quickly pace up the story, and he's just like, no, I didn't do the roulette.
Yo,
Well,
where's
the main thing to ask though, however, about this chapter, I gotta ask all you guys this though. Jinbe is sort of hinting, and I know Nikki, like if he was here
No,
right
he's
now,
not.
he'd probably
Laz, I
going
know what you're
in.
gonna say. Jinbe for sure. The way I see this, bro, he is for sure going to live and leave through Whole Cake.
That's
Yo,
what I'm
Jinbe,
thinking. I
Jinbe
want that
has
to
said the
happen.
famous
It's
lines
like-
that every straw hat needs to say. He man said,
Yep.
I tend to use my very life to protect my captain, Straw Hat Luffy, dude.
Yep.
If that doesn't say Jinbe joining the crew, I don't know what.
It does,
shit.
but again, I would not put it past Soda to fuck with the fan base and actually off them. I would not be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
Like that's an
Dead
option.
man
Like,
can't join the
I
crew.
love Jinbe,
Like-
dude. This man has done more than anyone.
don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Luffy. I mean, Jinbe as well, but I feel like this is gonna be a
Soda is
50-50
still people
situation.
calling
I wouldn't put it past Soda to pull it off.
And I want to quickly mention this to viewers who might be thinking, like right now, what has Jinbe done? This man helped Luffy break out of Impel Down. This man saved Luffy's life by taking him out of Marineford. This man brought him back out of sanity after Ace's death. He brought him back into sanity when Luffy was losing it. When Fishman
he
Island,
did
when
love
Luffy was
Jinbe.
bleeding to death. he shared his blood to him. This man has done many things for Luffy.
I still see Jinbe just doing good enough to sell them out, and then as soon as they get sold down, he asks him to join the crew. Something crazy is going to set up for him to die, man. I don't know, man. I think he'll at least get them out before he dies.
Blaze, you mad quiet right now.
Oh, it's not working?
Someone's phone's ringing.
Yes, mine.
Somebody phone ringing and you kind of quiet.
I don't know.
Wait for the mic.
Yeah, Blaze, you gotta get that mic up, bro.
Man, like the way I feel about this is that like everything before this exact point to me led me to believe that Jinbe was going to die this arc. Like he was going to do something sacrificial to actually make sure that the plan that they're able to escape, that is. But the fact that he made this declaration to Luffy literally confirms it to me that he will not die.
But
We're gonna
here's the
see
thing.
Jinbe
I'm
as a
all
straw
for
hat.
Jinbe joining the crew, but dude, I'm so scared. Dude, Oda's gonna kill him off, dude. I feel like
I'm
it's
telling
just
you,
like
it's gonna happen. I'm honestly of the mindset that I would not put it past Oda to do it. Like the fact that we're getting so much is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join. Trust me, like if Oda was gonna actually have him join the crew, he wouldn't be saying half the stuff he'd be saying right now in order for build up.
Guys. Oda doesn't kill people that are important.
Killed Ace.
Yeah, Ace wasn't important.
But at the same time, like Whole Cake Island and in general, New World, we kind of need some like important people to start dying soon. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start looking at this as like, oh, whatever. Because like that's my thing with the with the second half of One Piece is that like to show that this sea, in a sense, if you guys are to compare it to like Dark Continent and Hunter x Hunter or like the Gourmet World and Toriko, it has that sense of danger of being on the other side that makes it so different compared to what we experienced so far in Paradise. And if this is looking at like just the second Paradise Port like 2.0, I wouldn't be as interested in this story as much as I should be, just because it's like, okay, like we're gonna go to Raftel and everything, but like we're not gonna have some kind of like true struggle. We're not gonna have like some kind of death that's gonna like progress us to the next stage and stuff. Like I don't know.
That's exactly why he killed off Monet and Virgo.
But what are they honestly like Monet and Virgo? They're looking back on it now, it doesn't serve anything to me.
I never understood that.
I think it was just proving the point like people are gonna die.
Wait, hold on. Let's see Bo finish.
I never understood why people thought that people need to die just to highlight the danger of the situation. I mean, the danger is real regardless. Like you don't go somewhere in real life and then go through a life-threatening situation and then like people always die. Sometimes people make it.
Right, but the thing is, like we look at it, it's like we're in the world of pirates.
I mean, they were saying all this stuff about the Grand Line too. They're all like, "Yo, the Grand Line's like a pirate graveyard and all this crap." And then, like, it was what it was.
Yeah, it's just like how could I can't take it seriously. Like
people have been dying throughout like Dressrosa, throughout like all these islands, but it's just like haven't been any major characters.
I mean, like the wall.
That's like a named character we haven't seen really.
That one dude, and that's about it.
I don't know, because the way I see it right now is that if we don't get any deaths come like Whole Cake Island, by the time we get to like Wano, it'll be cool, but it's like really it took it this long to actually get to this point, like to have like some kind of meaning to it. Like I know it's like I wanted to be able to see like this is truly dangerous, being in the new world. I want to see it where it's like, you come into a Yonko's territory, you're not going to come out unscathed. You're not coming out 100% without a scratch. Like you're going to be losing something. Whether it be like, a limb, like a crewmate or whatever, like it's bound to happen.
All we know is like 5-6 months back, Oda has said that there's going to be more Straw Hats. And if he doesn't mean Jinbe and he means someone like Carrot Dude, I don't know what to say, dude, because Carrot is...
Well, hold on. To first address like the point about like the death part, like I personally, and this is like nothing that anybody else should do, but I personally see like whenever the Straw Hats fight like fodder people, or whenever like there's like irrelevant characters that fight and then they get supposedly knocked out, I see those as deaths. I see those as like, if I don't see them again in the story, they're dead, they died. And that's how I attribute to like why the Straw Hats are actually evil. They're actually pirates correctly, and they just happen to do like controversial things that are also good. But that's not to be taken like as any like concrete story point. That's just how I like to see the story, so that I do get that death element within the story. And to address the people joining the Straw Hats part, I wholeheartedly believe that Pudding will join, and I'm not sure about Pedro. The toss up that I had between Pedro and Jinbe is the death part.
You might want to explain yourself, because everybody just like, what the fuck right now, probably like.
Not really. Actually, I want to hear what Grimm's trying to say
about the first part or second part.
Oh, with the part about like Pudding and like why Pedro's not going to join.
Okay, so we got this whole like Pedro has been one of the characters who's been close to the crew, but he hasn't been like extremely close. As in, like we get such a huge like sentimental attachment to his backstory. We get that he was involved with Big Mom before, and he made a big honorable sacrifice, and he's now attempting to make another honorable sacrifice, and he's a very, very, very honorable character. And I kind of feel like he's gonna be the martyr type character, to where like we see him do something great, and then he's gonna be the actual one to make the full last escape and death. You guys remember that whenever we first initially saw him, he was the one that made like he was exaggerated with a lot of the things that he did. He ran up to people, was like, "Oh, should I kill him, Captain? Should I kill him, Captain? Should I end him and should I, Captain?" When it wasn't that really of a serious situation. So we got a little bit of his character development, but compared to Jinbe, these are the two people that I believe are gonna have the martyr deaths within this arc. Which I mean, like their deaths mean something, and that they're gonna sacrifice themselves for the entire storyline. And I'm leaning towards Pedro now because of this reveal. You guys got to understand that, like, the entire arc, I felt that Jinbe was going to die. Like, we were not going to get the treasure trove, the gold piece, the artifact that is Jinbe.
So you think we might get a double straw hat in Whole Cake?
For sure. I believe that Oda actually said that. That the next members are going to join consecutively. And I think that's going to be...
Okay, but here's the thing that, like, kind of gets me, like, 50-50 on it. I'm for the part that Pudding might be faking this whole evil thing. Like, we don't know, but I'm still not.
My bad. I said Pudding. Thing. I meant Carrot. Excuse me. Carrot. Carrot is no. Yo, my bad. No, hey, fuck Pudding.
You definitely said Pudding.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if Pudding was gonna end up scaking Whole Cake Island, she does care for Sanji. I wouldn't be surprised she joins the Straw as like a sous chef, because like if anything too, like Sanji's gonna need feeding the Grand Fleet.
Okay, because I was gonna bring up the fact that Oda said it was like halfway through Zoe. He said, and if any characters are gonna join the Straw Hats, it's gonna be before this point in the story. So I don't think Pudding's a possibility.
I just know that two Straw Hats are gonna join consecutively, and I believe it'll be Carrot and Jinbe.
I'm not for Carrot, but I'm down for Jinbe.
Yeah, we already have a cute animal in the crew. I don't know. One.
Well, then again, like we have our lookout though, so like if we had Kara, that spot's taken.
Dude, all the furry fanboys are gonna come out, bro.
They're already
guys,
out.
it fits.
They're
man.
already out, bro.
Yeah,
they're already out, but they're gonna be out and about, dude. They're gonna be standing there naked.
I don't know. That's what you probably look at, Cypher.
No, but dude, you ever go to the gym, like Good Life Fitness or Planet Fitness? Yo, these old men are just standing there after a shower, and you're like, yo, put a towel on.
So you compared that to the furries.
Yeah, dude, the furry. Yeah, those are the furries, dude. They're all
furries are
they take their showers.
Yeah, my bad for saying Pudding the whole time.
No, don't worry, bro.
Yeah. But the thing about Pudding though is like I just don't feel like she can join, even if she did like reveal she was good, just for the fact that it'd be really hard for Luffy or anyone to trust. Like if Luffy was really showing maturity, to trust somebody that can erase your memories. I wouldn't let her on my crew.
Luffy
let her.
Because imagine her and Robin though together as like a stealth duo.
Wait, hold on. Someone in the chat said everyone thought Bellamy died. Wait, why would you think Bellamy died? Luffy never kills anybody. Like,
yeah, but do you remember the scene with
Doflamingo killed him. Doflamingo fucked him
if
up.
you go back to the end of Skypiea when Doflamingo came in there, it looked like he actually took him out. We never heard of him again until Dressrosa. So the main thing people thought is like, oh, he died.
No, he's still alive, guys. He was shown at the end of the arc. Bellamy's alive.
To give you context of what this guy is saying, he's saying whether we shouldn't rule out that maybe Monet and Virgo will be alive.
Listen, if Virgo and Monet are still alive, I'll be so annoyed with Oda. It's just like really, bro. The guy got his face like split up. He got his body fucking bisected. It's just like you can like
by lost power.
This is honestly gonna make me start feeling like Fairy Tail to me. This man just keeps bringing back characters.
Nah, man. If he brings back the characters I like, I don't mind. But he keeps Moria alive. That's bullshit.
Oh, Moria's alive, bro.
I know Moria's alive. It pisses me off.
Why?
Because Monet and Virgo characters I like are dead, but then like Moria's over here just alive and shit.
Because Moria has
I doubt those two are
dead. Moria's gonna have a plot soon in Wano when he goes to fight Kaido.
Bring everybody back, bro. Everyone that's pursuing dead. Let's bring them all back, dude. Because fuck.
Except for Ace and Whitebeard, yes. Even that nigga that just got dropped by the jelly beans is probably coming back.
Dude,
yeah, I mean, going back on the chapter and stuff, right? Because I guess we've been going off too far off. Going on with the guests and stuff, because obviously we see some of the people there. I mean, who took in the note with the World Times when it came to the Big Bird guy and like how that guy like pretty much he's the guy that kind of like is like the head or like was one of the people that worked on the comics, right?
Hey, even right there, that's a connection to Moria. Absalom is a person who we've seen really gives news to people. He's probably addressed this guy before.
Yeah, probably. Like that's what I'm thinking too, man. It's like, yo, if Absalom has that kind of connection, shit, it's just like, yo, like pretty soon we're gonna be seeing Moria come back in this arc some way or another through this kind of connection. The fact that he's like an underground broker, like I would assume he has to be like somewhat underground broker. Like
if these are the last of the guests, how many people we get introduced? Like 6. We got probably like what, maybe double that, maybe, or maybe like 6 more.
I feel like next chapter we're gonna get more guests.
Please don't just make it a guest only chapter, Oda.
No,
I mean, remember shows up because if Crocodile or Bonnie shows up, like that makes this entire chapter worthy being 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you guys remember the chapter before this? There were 2 families, like 2 other families that showed up. They said that these were the last of the guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's at least 2 other families that are already present. We just didn't get the whole like panel of all of them right there with Big Mom.
And there was literally a lot of people there in the last last page
panel that we haven't even seen yet. This guy with a lion tail we haven't seen. Like I can't tell, the one with that's sitting down on like a donut with long hair, with long legs. Don't know
what's up with this with Stussy, the pleasure quarters queen?
Yeah, listen, she underground chicks, man. Like she's from Yoshimura.
You know, when Caesar was calling those girls, that he was getting them from her probably.
Stussy is a.
Yeah, dude. Caesar probably bought the strippers from her.
I was so confused for a moment. I'm like, when did Caesar have girls in this whole series? The one flashback.
Yeah. How hilarious it would be if like Rocket and this stuff, she's like, "Oh, Caesar, what's good? You want more women?"
Let's see. To answer DJ My Game 17's question, do you think Croc, Buggy, Bonnie, and Killer, maybe Hawkins will show up? I want to see Killer show up just to see, like, if he was gonna ask Luffy, like, help me out with Kid and Wano and stuff. Like, regardless, Luffy's gonna show up there, but like, will he have a second objective to help out fellow Supernova? I wouldn't mind seeing it happen, but
wait, did Kid escape yet? Did he escape from Clary yet?
No. But we didn't see Killer though in the cage. So the fact is, like, people are thinking that he might have escaped and probably on his way to Whole Cake Island.
Oh. Okay.
Because if you guys know this though, with Killer, he like one of his hobbies is cooking. So the pretty much it kind of in a way confirms that he's like the cook of Kid's crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but because they actually invaded Whole Cake, I don't think she would then invite him back.
Well, I'm so 50-50 on that because listen, man, like I really don't believe a single word that ever comes out of Brulee's mouth. Because it's like we know with Big Mom that she's considered a liar. She's she's hiding a lot of things and stuff from people. I would not be surprised if something that's passed down from like the mother would pass down to her kids. Because like I would say this again, like with Kid, I don't believe in his personality, right? That he would stop by and like take out the arranged army before going to the Yonko. Like he's the type of guy that if he hears that the Yonko is on this island, he's going straight to the Yonko. He doesn't care about anyone else coming in his way.
Yeah, but the security's gonna stop.
I'm gonna quickly address.
So, I don't know. He might find a way to go get by it, though, man. I mean, like again, like for Brule to like hide the fact and stuff about like with how Rouge beat Snack and stuff, right? She could have easily said like, oh, he got jumped by like 3 other members from his crew, right? So like I don't know. Like, I really do feel like she's somewhat of a liar here.
Okay, I want to quickly address this. There's no way that Mother Caramel is Weevil's mom, because that would mean that Whitebeard and Caramel gave birth to Big Mom. That doesn't make sense. That's not
I don't think so.
That's not Weevil's mom.
I mean, like with my guys over here in Underhaven, we've always believed that like Big Mom's actually a dwarf giant from Elbaf, and that she was pretty much. I mean, you're the only one who doesn't believe that, but the majority of the crew pretty much believes in that she might be a dwarf giant from Elbaf, who was pretty much like exiled because of her birth status.
Yeah, hold on. Minor question. When you say dwarf giant, do you mean half human, half giant, or half dwarf, half giant?
Think of like when we have like midgets like in our world and stuff, something like that, where like they're supposed to be human, but there's a defect.
They're the midgets of the giants.
Okay, I know, but I'm saying like, do you think her parents would be like 2 giants, or just her whole family is just shorter?
I think they are. I would say they might have to be giants, but she's like a defect from.
All of her kids would be part giant if she was giant.
Yeah, but then again, she got rid of a whole bunch of different people. So
all of her kids are tall. And I mean, the gene isn't going to just hit everybody. It's going to skip over some people.
If the giant it is.
Well, we know that she's never been able to get a giant on the crew, so no one's like really a giant like in her from her kids. None of them are actually giants.
Like Opera's tall, Cracker's tall, Katakuri looks kind of tall, Mondor was tall, Smoothie.
Yeah, but Doflamingo's tall.
They're just on them gains, bro. They're not on some like.
And Pudding isn't tall, and like Anana isn't tall.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not going to hit everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Because I forgot what show it was, but there's a show.
They would all be as tall as giants if she was mating with other giants. Like she obviously not mating with other giants.
They would all be part giant.
Yeah, but like if you guys remember, there's a TV show.
They would all be part half giant or part dwarf giant still, so it's even less of a giant than she is.
Yeah, right. Like if she like half giant, they only got a fourth, and even if she full giant, she's a dwarf, so they would get the dwarf giant gene anyway.
Yeah, let me put it this way: you ever heard a show called Little People?
No.
Okay, no. In the show, right? There's like pretty much like these two, it's a couple, but they're midgets or whatever, right? But they actually have a son that's like born a regular human. So they have like 3 kids. 2 of them are actually dwarves, and the other one is actually like a normal human being. So it's like in one of those scenarios where like the genes don't come to the kids, so they're all gonna come out differently.
I feel kind of bad. I think it's just a regular human.
I think it's just the whole like power thing. You know, if you're stronger, you relatively have bigger size on occasions, like Whitebeard and Doflamingo and Kuma and others. I think it's just that she's just that much stronger, and it correlates with Kaido. I actually believe Kaido is a giant. He's part of the Oars race, but I can't find the exact way to confirm that at the moment. I have to wait for more story confirmation. But I think that just goes with like the size thing. That big.
Well, Shanks and Mihawk, they only like 6'6".
Yeah.
Hey, wait, can we talk about how they're at a tea party, but they're drinking giraffe and lava?
Yo, fucking, all she did was touch the draft. Can we think about that? She just touched the draft and it spun down to where it was dripping juice. That's crazy. What?
Yeah. How much you did that before?
Are they going to stay outside though?
We can't hear you, Blaze.
I think they're gonna stay where they at. I think they're gonna stay in this area right here where they at.
Oh, for the roof and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they already said that the wedding's gonna take place on the roof.
Guys, this chapter is pretty much confirmed that it's Jinbe versus Smoothie and Sanji versus Katakuri somewhere down the line.
Thank you.
What the fuck?
Not really.
I'm with that.
Somewhere.
I want to see it happen for Sanji, but I'm sorry, but that hype on Katakuri, he has to watch him. If Luffy is having a struggle against the number 3 Cracker, no way in hell is Sanji is going to take.
That's why at the end of my
no, hold on, Laz, for sure. No. He's not saying that he's going to win. What I want to question is that it's okay for Sanji to confront him, but he's going to get thrashed, trashed.
Yeah, that's why at the end of my sentence I said somewhere down the line.
But what would somewhere down the line be, like in this arc or like
exactly like somewhere?
I say in this arc.
Like,
and how long do you think would that be? Like 5 chapters, 10 chapters?
I kind of see it as more like somebody would be there supporting him, not a 1v1 situation.
No, listen. Oh yeah. Well, okay, I get what you're saying, but the way I said it was somewhere down the line. And the reason I said that was because whenever Oda sees fit for the Straw Hats to have evolved enough to take them on. And the reason I said that was because Smoothie's powers, we already knew that it was somehow related to Jinbe's water powers. So something could be going on there, original, like unique. And now we see with, Oda said that Sanji specialized in observation. And now we see that Katakuri is obviously specialized in observation. That's why I said that.
I don't think that it would be relevant within a time period that's like even close to this arc, because I can confirm from what I've read in the story that he may have the strongest observation haki amongst all the top tier characters comparatively to Fujitora and to what's his face, to NL, who actually mixed his fruit with his observation haki. There hasn't been anybody who has a feat as strong as this, which he trained. He actually trained this ability. So besides the prophet in Fishman Island who had this ability as well, but it wasn't a combat ability.
What about
it was
Haki?
More like
you know of NL?
was that?
Well, wait, what Devil? Like, what did you say?
I said, what about Hawkins?
Hawkins.
That was very impressive too. But it's not at the. It's this guy can literally describe the events that are going to happen before they happen. It's not
Okay,
like,
you're
oh, I
making
get
that up.
Here's the
punched.
thing. We don't know the context of how good this is. Like, can he see only like a few seconds? Can he see like a whole minute? Like, we don't know how long this thing goes.
It's enough. It's more than hold on. The reason I have to disregard that comment is because nobody else in the series has been able to tell you what you're gonna say before you say it. No one else in the series has been able to tell you that this door is gonna open and then he's gonna run in, kill two of your guys, and then shit's gonna get bad. Nobody has been able to do that. The closest we've got to that from a rookie, and this is a rookie that did it, was Luffy when Mihawk was about to cut his hands off, and he was like, "Shit, if I do this, he's gonna cut my hands off. So let me take a different action." That's the closest thing that I understand we've seen to that. So there's nobody who's had Haki to this level. Even Fujitora, who's able to he can describe what's happening to the clouds, even though he's blind. Imagine that, and this guy is stronger than that. This guy's Haki is more impressive than that. That's why I have to say that.
Yeah, well, that's obviously even more supporting my argument because this guy means that he's specialized in observation.
If we're thinking about how like if we try to think about how, if he has the best observation Haki we've seen in the series, this kind of reminds me of like what Usopp did, where he closed his eyes and he could just see it, right? Like he could follow the path of the thing and he could just see sugar through the thing. So it's game over if he has that kind of thing where he could just see everything that's going around.
But guys, those are impressive things nonetheless. What I have to say is that the thing about Sanji is that his Haki is not at that level. So to say that down the line, that's okay. End of series, yeah, fine, he could do that. End of series, but not next arc. He's not going to develop this type of Haki next arc. Or
I'm not saying anything about Usopp. I'm just saying if this man
I'm talking about Sanji.
Yeah, Sanji could develop this like in a couple arcs.
Yeah, he could. Like I can see it by Elbaf. Maybe he'll be able to.
It doesn't have to be like the next arc, but I mean, it's not necessarily only at the end of the series.
To me, we'll get at least 100 chapters before Sanji gets this type of power. At the minimum, 100 chapters. But to go off what I think it was Slice or Slash or whatever. Zephyr. I see what you're saying about Usopp. That was impressive. That was a very strong observation Haki feat. But I have to stand to say that there are probably others who have similar feats to that and that are more developed as much as that.
No. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying that if this man could do that, probably, like if he could sense that kind of thing, it's kind of game over because if he could just tell like an attack is coming like a rocket, like just like how he could just sense that rocket coming at her. That man's not letting that hit Big Mom.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at. You're saying if Katakuri could do the same feat Usopp showed us, on top of predicting the future, he would be super OP.
Yeah, like and then
pretty much.
What happens if this man could just? Because I don't think that rocket's well. There's a reason why Oda put 3, but I don't think that first rocket is gonna end up hitting Big Mom.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm probably gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes or so. So like, if you guys want to say like any final thoughts on the chapter that kind of we haven't talked about really quickly, you can do that.
I really just want to reiterate that, like, this plan is not going to work. We've just got evidence that Big Mom's resistance is going to be even more than what we predicted it to be. So it's no longer a matter of, like, how efficient or can this plan work at all. It's a matter of, like, how fucked up and how are they going to react to how fucked up the plan is. And that's where I think we're going to get the whole good parts of the rest of the arc. How is Luffy, who's a very good improviser, going to handle all these, like, fucked up things that Capone, like, has set up? Because Capone, usually his plans that we've seen, they usually work. He plans sufficiently enough that they work and they're efficient. But this is on a whole nother level, and we've just gotten a whole bunch of facts that really tell us that his plan is maybe for the first time not going to work. So
I think the plan's going to work, but it's not going to have the effect they think. Like, it's not going to kill Big Mom.
Yeah, I think it's going to work, and then they see that
the plan doesn't work. They have like Big Mom plus 2 sweet commanders and their entire crew. They're not making it out of that. Like,
yeah, I see it like
Oda would write it like that.
Yeah, I see it like
I mean, it would be hilarious if like the plan, like Capone's plan, like in a way works, like he's able to initiate it, but then like Big Mom kind of like swats the rocket away or some shit.
No, the way I see it is that they pretty much do everything that was described in the plan, And then nothing happened to Big Mom, like the Vegeta Nappa, that kind of effect. Like fire every shot you got, and then all of a sudden, behind the smoke, you just see Big Mom standing there.
I think they putting too much stock into this picture because like they never seen anybody try to attack her while she was in her shock state. Like she might just be tripping, but then she might get back on her toes as soon as she realizes somebody's trying to come for her. Like she might not even be out of it the way that they think it.
Yeah.
I think you can get knocked out just by trying to approach her when she's in that tantrum. Like we saw when she's in her sleep, you try to approach her, people are about to die. She won't smack them like a fly.
Well, I mean, they're not gonna approach her. They're gonna shoot a rocket at her.
Well, I'm assuming Capone's crew's definitely gonna go after they shoot the rocket after, because like they said, like that.
No, the poison's supposed to kill it because it was like 5 grams and the milligrams.
That's why Capone says after Luffy becomes a decoy, Caesar shoots the rocket. That's when Capone's crew will go ahead and finish her off.
I don't remember them saying that.
You could go back and read it. They do say that.
Right. Anyways, guys, what would you guys rank the chapter though? Like, give it like your rating.
9.
8 out of 10.
9.5.
9.5.
I give it.
Yeah.
To justify why I gave it a 9 is like it was an all-around good chapter. It just when I hit that last panel, I'm like, okay, next page. I'm like, wait, what? That's it? That's the end of the chapter?
Yeah.
And I also like to say shout out to Matt B because he over-exaggerated like a mug, man. He said he's going to become Pirate King if they get through this. I don't think of that. Like, he had me thinking that Kizaru was going to come through there. He had me thinking that Green Bull was going to be Kizaru's son, and that was Big Mom's granddaddy.
Why you trolling, bro?
Oh, man.
No, I think actually like I was like a little bit like underwhelmed, just a bit. But then like actually thinking about it and really processing it, like it really does make sense that now like nothing's gonna work because this is kind of impressive. Like this is kind of really fucking impressive.
No, but
I'm gonna give the chapter like a 7 because it wasn't that much more. All we really did was like get Jinbe's loyalty. We saw why Jinbe didn't go through roulette, and we got some like characters who were like kind of underwhelming, but. Katakuri, man, that's shit. Katakuri.
Yeah, I know Katakuri. So, I mean, for me personally, though, honestly, like one of the reasons I gave it the 9, like I'm not gonna lie, bro, the Katakuri thing was way too much because I did not expect that. When I saw like the Commander Dogtooth thing, I'm like, there's gonna be some fucking random. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if it was Worm Dog. And then when we see like this guy show up out of nowhere, I'm just like, it's over. Like yo, like
only
man.
That was the thing that put it over the edge for me. Like everything else was cool. Like if that wouldn't have happened, I would have gave the chapter like an 8.5 maybe.
I wanted to quickly mention one quick thing like that's left in the air is that how strong is Big Mom's like scream, because like obviously they're all gonna be wearing earplugs so that it doesn't affect them. Like how strong is this strong enough to knock out Smoothie and like?
No, well, if it's able to knock out Smoothie, it should knock out Luffy.
It doesn't knock out people. It just makes them cover their ears.
They'll be wearing earplugs.
And then I think her subordinates will be wearing earplugs because they know that it happened one time, so they might be thinking like if it happens again. Yeah,
because maybe random for kids wouldn't be able to have some prepare for that as well.
I think Capone's putting too much stock into that. I don't think the Screech is gonna be like completely debilitating for like the commanders or even Luffy. I think it's gonna be just fine for them at least. Yeah, no, for the little guys maybe so, because we actually saw that the people that were actually at the tea party who we don't know if they're fighters or not. It like they couldn't really handle the Screech, but I think once we get to like comparatively top tiers like Katakuri and Luffy, they'll be able to resist it. Maybe they'll be affected a little bit, maybe not even Katakuri, more so Luffy, but I think he'll be able to overpass that if he didn't have the earplugs. That is.
I just reread the chapter. It doesn't say they jump Big Mom after the poison hits her. It says the poison's supposed to kill her.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, we're gonna probably wrap this up then now. So, like, we'll probably do a part 2 later on once the rest of the guys are, done off school and work or whatever. But it was good part 1. Got some good people come through, talk about some One Piece greatness, and yeah, definitely try and get a part 2 in later today. But if you guys did, of course, enjoy this stream, you know what to do already. Like and subscribe to the channel. And around 5 p.m. on YouTube, or on Twitch. I'm gonna set that up after. But we're gonna be doing our Burning Blood tournament, so we'll have a video probably posted within an hour about that, so you know where to go for there. And yeah, so without further ado, Steve-O, Let's finish this.
Outer Haven.
Disperse. Peace, guys.
I thought it was dissemble.
I mean, this is my version because it's not. When Nikki decides to join the streams again, then he can say that.
Yo ho ho!
Are we still
What you
live?
say, Steve? Yeah, we're
Still
still
live.
Oh, sorry, I messed it up.
What you say, Steve?
I was saying you did it right.
I did it right. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
it was dispersed.
All right, peace.